Yes, we are live again on the clinic with Oluwatosin Oladimeji Ladipo, and I want to believe everybody at home, you are all well, you're fine, and you have not stopped keeping safe. You know, it's our usual greetings. That's hello everyone, how are you today? Trust you good. Hope you are well and you have not stopped keeping safe. As you all know, their name is Oluwatosin Oladimeji Ladipo. It's a privilege to always come online every Sunday on our program, The Clinic with Oluwatosin Oladime Oladipo. And as you all know that we started a series 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago, we started a series on the girl child, and that's what we've been treating. Last week too was very fantastic because we've always been having fantastic guests coming online to impact us with their wisdom, with their experiences, and that has always been very good. And I'm sure this evening is not going to be an exception because we have beautiful and handsome guests in our midst this evening. And the topic we're treating, as we all know, because we've been advertising it on our different social media platforms. So this evening we'll be treating the upbringing of a teenage girl child. The upbringing of a teenage girl child. That is what we're treating this evening. And please permit me to welcome our guests. Both of them are, no, let me just say the way it is. Let me say the way it is. They are both Mr. and Mrs. Pastor Jackson and Pastor Fumi Ikwebe. I will introduce them one by one. Pastor Jackson is a pastor, like I said, he is a pastor, and also is a husband of one woman, husband of one woman, and he has two girls, two beautiful teenagers. He has two beautiful teenagers. And also, aside from being a pastor, he's also an IT professional. That is who Pastor Jackson Ikebe is. And now let me introduce the woman he's married to you because married to one like the husband of one woman, and that person is sitting beside him this evening. And you can see how beautiful she is. Now, let me tell you who she is. Mrs. Fumi Ikiebe, Mrs. Fumayo Ikiebe. She has been a banker for over 10 years, and both of them have two girls, wonderful girls, teenagers. And like we said, that the topic we'll be treating this evening is the upbringing of a teenage girl child. That is what we treat. And not to waste too much of our time, I would like to say welcome to Pastor Jackson and Sister Fumi. You're welcome this evening to our program. How are you? How are you?
Thank you.
Yeah, very well, thank you. Nice. It's nice seeing you and talking with you.
Oluwatosin, we are good. I believe you're also great too.
All right. Yeah, we're good too. We are very good too. It's nice having you on our program this evening. A great privilege having you around. And I don't like taking things for granted on this program. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you so much, ma, for honoring us to attend this program this evening. And not to waste much of your time, to be good, to be friendly this evening. Now, our first question to both of them. I don't know. Is there anything else you would like to tell us aside the things I've said about you?
Nothing more. You said it all.
You hear me?
By His grace, we are ministers in the church. We are by virtue of that, we are Christian, which is the foundation. I'm an IT professional. You said so. And my wife works in a bank. That's all. I think there's nothing much to say about us than to talk about the topic of the day. And let's see how we can impact ourselves and learn from one another.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. I don't know if network is from my hand. Can you still hear me if you can?
Yes, we can.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay, because I'm finding it difficult to hear you clearly. Fine, if you can hear me, let's forge ahead. Now, our first question to both of you, aside the one I've asked you to introduce yourself further, the first question to you is what age does a girl of this present age become a teenager? What age? At what age does a girl of this present age become a teenager? That's the question.
Okay, let me take that question.
Okay.
Well, if you look at the dictionary meaning of a teenager, it means from ages 13 to 19. And what I can observe based on my experience is that children mature on various levels, so to speak. So you can see a girl of 10 and she's as matured as a girl of 15. And you can see a girl of 15 not as matured as a girl of 13. So I won't say there is a specific age that a girl, well, as soon as a girl is matured enough, I think that's still wood for me. Because if you look at, if you look at a child growing up, the maturity levels of children differs from one to another. So I will say, yes, the dictionary meaning says 13 to 19, but it varies from children. It varies from children to children. I mean, from a child to a child. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay. I can hear you. It's just that the network is fluctuating, but I can hear you. It's really bad. The network is really, really bad. So I don't know.
Because your own
But
actually went off at some time, but you are back now.
yes, I guess the network is from my hand, really. So, and I sincerely don't know what to do with that here.
Maybe I need to add 1 or 2 points to what my wife has said. The early part, I mean, everybody know that they will say teenager actually start from age 13 till about 19. So the question now is, this day you see children of 9, 10, 11, 12, which normally is called a preteen age. They behave more like the
Okay.
real teenager by definition. But again, the maturity level of every child differ from one to another. A child of 15 might behave like a child of 10, and a child of 10 can behave like a child of 15, 16. So the age, yes, you may not define it as a teenager, but the behavioral aspect, what the child is depicting, might be showing as if the child is already a teenager, whereas he or she is actually not.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much to both of you. Thank you so much. Stephanie, I guess you have something else to say. You
Yes,
want
I
to
want to
ask?
say that so being a teenager, actually in quotes, there is no specific age. There's no specific age in our today's world. So
Okay.
there's really no specific age. But the dictionary meaning says 13 to 19. But now you see children developing, maturing far earlier than their age. So
Okay.
I think you just deal with a child the way they are mature, really.
All right then. All right. Thank you so much. So we should deal with children the way they are matured. That's a very good point, and I love that. Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you so much, sir. Now, our next question to both of you is: what are the attributes and attitude peculiar with teenage girls? The attributes and why are you looking at him? We should go first. I like that.
Okay, let me go first. Then it's going to add. Okay. I'm going to say this from experience because I have two girls. Is that one of the things I notice is that they are conscious of their body.
Okay.
You know, they are not conscious of how they look. You know, they pay more attention to how they look. Now, they want to dress properly. you know. So, and they want to also at the same time go with the trend, go with the trend. Maybe in school, maybe something is a particular hairdo is raining. They want to flow and go with it, So you see them displaying um, a little bit of young ladies attitude. Now wanting to be like, wanting you to address them like a lady, So they are conscious of their looks. I could say that they are conscious of their look.
So, Pastor Jackson, you have something to add to it, sir?
I'm just laughing at some situation that we find ourselves in. And people call me that I live in girls' hostel, and that actually got exhibited, especially when they became teenagers, in the sense that, I mean, they are discussing with mom, and I've said, "Oh, can I know what you guys are discussing?" I said, "That don't worry, this is girls' talk." So there is that kind of feeling that, look, we are now becoming adults. And at that stage, they tend to question every rules that they were obeying before. Now there are small questions to be answered from them. Oh, why must this be so? Why shouldn't it be so this way? So, and you need to now use wisdom to handle every question that comes to you as the parent. Because if you are not careful, because we are now in the what I would call a jet age or internet age, they have access to a whole lot of things. And if you are not careful, some of the questions they are asking you and you are not using wisdom to give them the right answer at the right time, they might go another way to go and get it out. And at the end of the day, they will come and question every statement, every rules that are be put together in the house and all that. And that is why it's always good. Don't wait till they are teenagers before you begin to teach them some certain things. At the end of it, as they are growing with some of those rules, they are understanding the reason behind everything, and you will have less problem by the time they become teenagers. Because I know a lot of parents actually dread seeing their children, either they are boys or they are girls, becoming teenager, and they say, oh, they always say that teenage age is always a very problematic age. But for me, I don't think it's a problematic age, but it is the way you as a parent look at that period of their life and they handle it maturely and of course spiritually too.
That's a very good one. Pastor Jackson talks about self-actualization. Now they realize that, oh, we are no longer babies. We are now teenagers. So the way they treat things is different. And like Stafumi said, that they now are so conscious of their look. Very conscious of their look. And I really love that. Thank you so much. Then before I ask the next question, somebody is hailing both of you and said, wow, nice to see these faces again, Pastor Jackson and his wife. And that person is Vivian. I'm sure you know. Yeah, she lives here in the UK, so she's saying hello to both of you. Nice. Vivian, thank you. I just passed your message across to them now. Now, our next question to both of you, Sir and Ma, is that what things should a parent discuss with a teenage daughter? Parents discuss with their teenage daughters.
Did you say what things?
Yes.
What are the things you should discuss with your teenage daughters?
Okay, let me take the lead this time around. She has been taking the lead. So I think for us, we discuss virtually everything. One of the things we believe is that if you build a proper foundation for your children, like the Bible says, teach a child how he should grow. By the time they grow up, some of those teaching, some of those learning will not depart from there. They will now become the yardstick that they will use to build their life upon. Because if you don't teach a child everything, the values of life, your value system as a family, you need to let them know. So that by the time they get out there, one wonderful boy or one wonderful girl will not go and teach them the wrong doctrine that will put them into trouble. So you need to teach them virtually everything about their body system, their development, why this is, because they're going to be asking you a question anyway. So in the process of you teaching them, you are also building their character nature. You're also teaching them how to relate with the opposite sex. You're also teaching them their career in life. You don't wait till, like my younger daughter, I was talking to her today, and she said, Daddy, I'm not going to wait till the senior one, the level she got to before she started doing some study, that she will start early so that she can get it done faster than her elder sister and all that. And I say, wow. I mean, she's already planning for her future. But when a child comes with such thing, you need to encourage him or her. Yes, I know the focus is actually on the girl's child, but at the same time, we need to also look at the boy child, which we don't have anyway. We have girls, and we are very proud about that. They are fantastic children. I mean, it's excellent to have them at home, and we are looking forward to having them for the midterm break and all that. So these are some of the things you teach virtually everything you can think of. Sex education is critical, because if you don't teach them now, once somebody out there will teach them the wrong thing, and they will think that that's the right thing, whereas you have not been able to teach them that critical aspect of their life. Thank you.
Okay, I also want to
Thank
add
you so
that.
much.
Um, yes, I also want to add that apart from the values, the character, also we also emphasize to them the need for them to be serious with their education, because at this stage, education is paramount. You know, we also emphasize the need for them to be focused on their studies. You know, because at least that's the key. That's one of the keys to a good and stable future. You know, we emphasize that. We also teach them, you know, like home, you wake up in the morning where you are. People don't know that you have to pray. Okay, so we have to, you know, you wake up, you need to communicate with your God. You know, so we try to imbibe all these values, character into them, you know, so that wherever they find themselves, they will always remember. So we started this one even as babies, you know.
The network is so bad. The internet is so bad. But let's continue. At least we are back now. I hear me, man.
Hello.
Can you hear us now?
Yes, the internet is so bad.
Yes. We
It's
noticed
so
that as
bad.
well.
It is really, really, really bad. And I wonder why it is this bad. What do you want to advise? We can't continue with a bad internet, really.
Okay.
We can't continue with a bad
Do you
network.
want to try another one?
Pastor Jackson and Pastor Fumi.
Yes, please. We can actually hear you, but you are breaking off.
Our viewers, I'm really so sorry. The network today is so bad, it's not friendly at all. I get
I think it's outside.
Yes. Wow.
Not the same way. One guess one. Nie tylko, czy jest
Right?
right?